Hello everybody, happy Sunday to you. It is about 12 o'clock here where I'm at. I am still in Duarte at the City of Hope campus here with Ray. I've been here since Thursday. I know I said I'd come on either Friday or Saturday and try to give you all an update, but life has been a bit hectic and chaotic, and I know you all are going to tell me not to worry. But it's just kind of been a whirlwind of emotions, a roller coaster of emotions and events. And so things have finally simmered down, and I just needed to get out of the hospital, take a walk, get some fresh air because it's such a nice day out. And I came across this tree. Look at how gorgeous that is. It is just such a big, beautiful tree. The campus here is just breathtaking. The gardens are gorgeous. And when I saw this tree, I thought, wow, I'm just gonna sit under that tree, get some shade and the breeze and film an update. What better place? I was feeling the inspiration under this cool tree. Look at how cool that is. It's just gorgeous. So Ray went, I'm not going to be editing this, by the way, because it's going to be done on my phone, and I'm just going to upload it straight from my phone up to YouTube. So it's pretty off the cuff. We've been here since Thursday. Ray went into surgery at 9 o'clock Thursday morning. We left our house at about 3:30 because it's a bit of a ways from where we live. And before surgery, Dr. Wu came and talked to us, and she did let us know that she would not be doing or having the liver procedure done, the ablation done on Ray's liver that day. That she wasn't feeling very comfortable about it because it was such a big invasive surgery, and it was on the longer side of being 5 hours, and she wasn't sure how Ray was going to tolerate the surgery given the circumstances of him getting weaker as the surgery approached. So we were a little deflated about that, but in the end we were thinking, okay, at least the tumor in his stomach, in his cardia, the base of his esophagus, is going to be removed. She anticipated the surgery taking 3 to 5 hours, and so we were thinking Ray would be out anywhere around 12, 1 o'clock-ish. The time kind of rolled by. 1 o'clock rolled by, 3 o'clock rolled by, 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and we kept getting updates every 2 hours that the procedure was still going on. There were no complications, but it was taking a bit longer than she had anticipated. I think anybody, when they hear that news or that kind of an update, it kind of leaves you a little unsettled because you're kind of wondering what was it that is taking a bit longer than she anticipated. And I think that's where all of our minds kind of went. And I'm an overthinker, so I definitely was overthinking and just anxiety ridden about it. The surgery ended up lasting a total of 11 hours, which was, yeah, that's a huge surgery. Dr. Wu asked us to meet her up in the lobby, that she wanted to talk to us. And, you know, when you hear that, I was, you know, just nervous. And Kayla's sitting there telling me, Mom, what doctor isn't going to want to talk to you after an 11-hour surgery? Of course she is. So we went in, we sat down with her, and she said that when she opened Ray up, everything looked okay, but she saw that his esophagus was quite extended and stretched out. And so once she opened up the esophagus, she saw that the tumor in his esophagus had grown to be 4 times the size it was 8 to 10 weeks ago, which was very concerning to her and alarming. She thought that she was going to have to close Ray up and not do the surgery, but upon looking at the tumor, she was quite perplexed at the fact that the tumor was encapsulated, even though it had grown 4 times the size that it had been 8 to 10 weeks ago. And so it didn't spread out along the tissue, surrounding tissue. It grew within itself, and so it stayed encapsulated. It just got bigger and closed up Ray's esophagus. His esophagus was 100% obstructed, and she didn't know how Ray was functioning every day. the way Ray was functioning every day was not that of an obstructed esophagus. And so it was no wonder how he made it through every day with absolutely no real pain medicine other than 3 Advil here and there every maybe 8 or 10 hours. And she asked if Ray had been eating, and he was eating a little bit, but he had really stuck to soft foods. And so she said, you know, your son is a fighter. He has a high threshold to pain, and had become stoic to what he was feeling. So it had become a normal, and he had adjusted to the pain. She decided to proceed on with the surgery. She took out as much of his esophagus as she could, and completely took out his stomach and some of the surrounding lymph nodes that were inflamed. And because Ray had tolerated the surgery so well, she thought that she would go ahead and ask Dr. Kessler if he wanted to come in and do the ablation. Dr. Kessler did come in and tried to do the ablation. He was able to only touch one of the lesions. The other lesions, because of where the incision was a bit too hard for him to get to, and he wasn't confident enough that he could do the full ablation, which is really burning and killing the cancer on Ray's liver, and doing the whole, really killing it in its entirety, that last lesion. And when Dr. Wu started the surgery, she hadn't taken into consideration that Ray was going to tolerate the surgery very well. And so she didn't do the incision, I guess, that would have helped Dr. Kessler perform his procedure, which would have been a different one. She had to break all of Ray's ribs on one side to get to the esophagus, and the incision is a pretty gnarly incision on Ray. It made me cry when I saw it. In Dr. Wu's words, this surgery was a success. She got all of the cancerous tumor out of Ray's stomach. Now, is there any floating cancer cells? We don't know. One of the lesions on Ray's liver has been killed, so there is only one left, and Dr. Kessler said that he will try this procedure or do this procedure again in about 3 to 4 weeks once Ray has recovered from this surgery. Since the surgery, Ray has been in quite a bit of pain. He's got a lot of tubes coming out of him. He's got a test tube. He's got a GI tube that's going down his nose into his throat. He's got a couple other drainage tubes in his abdomen. And right now it's just about pain management and keeping him comfortable, getting his bowels moving again, getting his kidneys working again without a catheter, and yeah, just keeping him as pain-free as we can. Dr. Wu is very happy with Ray's progression. We're at about, I want to say, the 50-hour mark after surgery, and she is very happy with how he is progressing. His catheter was taken out. His kidneys started to function last night, which was a great sign, and he was able to use the restroom. We just need his bowels to wake up. I know this is a bit TMI, but this is stuff that happens with surgery. He hasn't had a fever, so that is great news. I'm not gonna knock on wood, since it's a tree. There haven't been any major complications other than the pain. Ray is very anxious about the tube that's going down his throat. He doesn't much like it, but she said with any hope that should be out today if there's no more discharge and air coming out of the tube and into the container. Ray's outlook and spirits are good. He's happy that tumor is out of him. When he woke up, he said that the pain he felt before the surgery was gone. The pressure of that tumor that was just stretching out his esophagus. And he didn't feel what he thought was the acid reflux, but wasn't the acid reflux, it was the tumor. And I will tell you that Dr. Wu said that had he not had the surgery or had the cancer spread to the surrounding tissue, Ray only had a few weeks to live. It's hard to hear. I've been crying so much I don't know that I have any tears left. Honestly, I feel like I'm in this state of shock right now, or just functioning to get through each day and to keep Ray's spirits up. So yeah, she came in to see him today and was just, again, real happy with what's going on. She's not worried too much about the lesion on Ray's liver that's left. Ray will be doing chemotherapy again for any of the floating cancer cells that could be left in his system, and that way she can just concentrate on attacking the liver when it's time, and then Dr. Kessler can do what he needs to do to Ray's liver as well. As for Kayla, Allie, and I wish I could say that we're hanging in there. I mean, I guess we are in some aspects, but it's a whole new journey, and although it's a journey of healing for Ray now and not so much of a fight, it's a hard journey to watch your kid go through. And I feel like I'm just existing and functioning right now and just trying to get through each hour and help Ray get through each hour. But the good news is the surgery was a success. The tumor is gone, and it had grown immensely, and it's gone. And so that is the win for today, yesterday, and the day before. I appreciate all of you thinking about us, sending us your strength, your well wishes, your positive energies, your thoughts and prayers. It means more than you can even imagine. I will ask that you just continue to watch my videos, please, because I don't know when I'll be able to upload another DIY or work, because this is a bit consuming. Really just making sure that Ray is comfortable is the top priority, and YouTube is my only job, so if I'm not working, I'm not getting paid, but those videos, if you're watching them, I'm gonna get paid, and it will help immensely. Thank you all again. I'm gonna pop off of here and go back upstairs and see to Ray and upload this to you all so you can all have some peace of mind that Ray made it through the surgery. And I'm gonna say today he is doing well. He's in a bit of pain, but they're changing his pain medicine, and he is doing better than expected, and that again is another win. So I will keep you updated in the next couple of days. Stay happy, stay safe, stay healthy, but most of all, stay positive, everybody, because I sure as heck am trying. Bye.